Okay, I'm live. I didn't go and sleep early at all last night, and this morning I'm feeling it. I woke up at around 6, and instead of coming right here, I just spent an hour just going through the motions. Oh. But there's still no excuse to not show up here. I think this is one of the most important things of my day is showing up here. Um, Even if there's nobody now, it'll eventually be something where we'll have people here. I think the root cause of me wanting to do this is strong enough to keep bringing me back here is because we want to create inward change individually that will then create outward change externally. And I'm positive we could go about doing this in multiple different good ways of actually bringing in people. But I could have all the information on marketing that I could possibly have, but that doesn't mean I'll apply it, because at the end of the day, there's a bigger version to me reaching out or trying to find community, even though I feel like I kind of want community, but I can't function in large groups of people well. So I tend to find this niche where I hermit myself into myself, separate myself from everything that is, and just experience me, which in turn it can be perceived as a negative thing, but from my perspective, it's not negative at all. It's the ability to detach and then grow individually, regardless of your circumstances or of surroundings. And while it could be a good thing to teach somebody else to replicate and do, I think there's a balance that needs to be had that gives importance to what community could offer you and how you could grow. And I think even in some instance of me doing all of this to create a community to then push forward and create change, in some ways the exact same thing that I've been avoiding. Well, do I just have this to come on and rant? It's not my intention to rant to you, and if you perceive it as ranting, then it's really something's wrong here, because I don't think that I say that to rant. I think that deep down I say that to express the place I'm coming from, or to bring enlightenment to anybody who feels called to listen in whatever way that they're struggling with, that they feel seen in some aspect, that they're not alone. Hi Alia, good morning. Thanks for coming in. I was just now saying a morning introduction. I really like some feedback sometime from some of my viewers. I think I need to put out a survey to figure out what times they'd prefer I go live for meditation, that they could come in and join, because I know like now it's like 7 a.m. on a Friday morning, but on other mornings when I go live at 1 a.m. I know Trini people definitely can't make that, most people at least, and then 6 a.m. is good time for some people who go into work. Alright, but let's do meditation on anxiety this morning. Anxiety is what I like to call chronic worry. It's us worrying about something that hasn't even happened as yet. It's us filtering through imagination, but instead of thinking of anything good as a possibility, we think of all of the bad outcomes that could possibly happen that hasn't happened as yet. And as a result of it, we put ourselves into mental looping cycles that, like an Ouroboros, never seems to end, because by the time we finish with one scenario, another one swoops in and puts us in an even down state. So how do we overcome this anxiety type of vibe that makes us hyperventilate and be not rooted in self? I think there's a clear need for us to just find calmness within self and realize that we're safe right now. In this present moment, we're safe. Nothing is happening. We're not in danger. And there's one meditation I love to do whenever I feel anxiety, and this is the exact meditation. So the first thing I need to do when I'm feeling anxiety is I need to realize that I'm safe, and I do this by I close my eyes and so we're gonna start the meditation now. I close my eyes and I take a deep breath into my diaphragm very slowly, as much as I could get in. The first one raises my shoulders sometimes, but then I try to relax my shoulders. I lock that air in and I try to relax my shoulders. I relax my jaw, my facial muscles, my body as much as possible. Because if I'm feeling anxiety and I'm in a tough situation, I'm tense. First I need to relax. Then I exhale. I do this 2 more times. I inhale. This time trying to raise my shoulders and my chest less, but rather sink that air into my stomach, allow my lungs to expand from below and hold that air in. And while I'm doing this, I'm trying to relax even more into it. I exhale. I inhale 1 more time. I hold it. This time I come into peace. It might not be as easy for the first time trying it, but as you practice it, all you will ever need is 3 breaths to get to wherever you need to be in relaxation. Next is a short visualization. I visualize myself, let's bring awareness into the body first. Continue breathing normally. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Notice how your breath is hitting the back of your throat, how it's expanding in your lungs, and notice how it's going to be contracting, exhaling from your lungs. How it feels right before it turns into the exhale. And how it feels exiting your nose. Let's bring our awareness into our body now. Place your awareness over your toes and the sole of your feet. Going up to your ankles. Your legs. Your knees. Your upper legs. As you breathe in and out, with every exhale, find yourself into deeper relaxation, as relaxed as possible. That means just loosening up your muscles and not being tense. Bring your awareness up to your hips. Your lower abdomen. Chest and back. Shoulders. Your arms. Your hands. Your neck. Your face. your head. Now visualize that you're watching a TV, and in this TV you're seeing yourself, third perspective, watching yourself as you're sitting right now. You're in the same room with yourself, but you're seeing yourself sitting there. Notice where you're sitting, what you're sitting on, how you're sitting. If you're on your bed or a chair, notice the walls in the room and where you're located in that exact room. Notice any of the items in that room. On this TV, we're looking at our body from above ourselves, above our head. At the top of our head, there's this big, bright, shining light that's showing us it's our body. Sitting in that room. Let's zoom out a little bit. As we go above, right to the top of the room that we were in, we see the entire room with ourselves from a bird's eye view. Zoom out a little bit more. This time we can't see ourselves, we see the light that was penetrating the top of our head. But instead we see the roof of our house, the roof of wherever we're staying. We're gonna zoom out a bit more. We see the block where we live, cars parked outside, the trees, the grass, the concrete. And in the middle of all of this, we still see that bright little speck that is us. We zoom out some more. This time you could possibly see some of the lesser or main roads around you, close to where you live. There's cars moving, people honking their horns, sirens blaring. It's very busy. You zoom out even more. This time you're seeing your entire city. It looks like a big grid of little tiny moving dots. It seems to be cars and buses and trucks. But in all of this, you still see yourself as that tiny speck in the middle of that map. You zoom out some more. And on your television, you're seeing your country, your island, your state. You as a tiny little speck, white little speck off in the center of that map now. And you zoom out some more, and you see larger countries around you, or your entire country. The temperature of the air as you're this high up in the sky. It's cold, it's aridly cold. But you don't feel it. You feel warm. feel the same temperature you were feeling before in your room. You see planes passing by. The world is very busy, and you zoom out some more and you see the entire world now from a bird's eye view. You as a tiny little speck in all of this chaos and everything that's happening around. The world is not sleeping, it's constantly in motion. So let's zoom back in now. We're gonna zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. You see your country, zoom in some more. You see a city. You still at the center of all of this, and you're gonna zoom in some more. You see the top of your house. Zoom in some more, and you're in your room again. Notice that despite how busy the world is around us, we are still in our room, still breathing, still safe, still calm. No matter our situation, right now we are safe. In this moment we are calm. In this moment, give yourself permission to be relaxed enough to not be in a state of panic. The world is busy moving around us, but we can create small instances, small pockets of stability. Take your right hand and touch the top of your head and just give it a clockwise rub. A small pat, almost as if you're knocking a door. Allow yourself to feel yourself come back in through the top of your head and into your body again. Close your fists and open them. Pat your arms. Take your two hands and pat each side of your arms, your legs, your stomach. You may open your eyes slowly now. This is the method I do to figure out my anxiety. It is the same method you could use for astral projection. Well, it's one of the methods you could use for astral projection because it gives you the ability to see structure outside of yourself and then put yourself out of your body. Just remember, if you're going to do that, I advise that you tether yourself properly, because you always want to, you'll always be connected to your body, you're not dead, but you want a good strong tether so that you can always bring yourself back in real quick. But that's a bit more advanced. I'll say let's stay within just anxiety and feeling that we're not safe right now and we need to find peace within self fast. It may seem like a bit of a long meditation, but it's definitely worth it in calming yourself down enough that you could go ahead and face your tasks head on without feeling any type of way. If you want a quick short version, the fastest way is to bring awareness into your breath, self, and your center of your forehead, your pineal gland. You could do this by 3 deep breaths, focusing on just relaxing and calming the body, followed by 3 breaths of focusing on the space in between your breath of inhale and exhale, and then looking ahead of you, unfocused, by focusing on the peripherals, and then bringing that awareness, drawing it in to the pineal gland. And you'll definitely feel it. Once you have this awareness, you gain clarity to take action on your next steps. Always. Um, what's this? Anxiety is pretty bad, but and overthinking is also equally bad. But it's all a symptom of your third chakra that needs balancing. You as well, Ali. I hope you see this and practice it sometime. Have a good day. All right. I am going to end the stream now. I wish everyone a productive day. Love you. Have a good